Ladies and gentlemen, my name is the one and only Clarkson, and I am here with my guest, let me bring him in, the Wolfman Jacob Noblitt, to run through our predictions for Backlash. But first of all, don't forget to check out Mayhem Media on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble, as well as the official website www.mayhemmediaproductions.com, as well as the storefront www.bonfire.com/store/Mayhem Media shop to get all kinds of Mayhem Media merchandise. Jacob, how we doing, brother? It's that time of the month again.
Yep. It's time to kick ass and take some names.
I mean, we would have started this a long time ago if we didn't have the technical issues earlier. Made it quite entertaining for us. But without further ado, this is the card for Backlash. Randy Orton against John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship. Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Gunther versus Pat McAfee. Dom versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. And the Fatal 4-Way consisting of Damian Priest, LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, and Drew McIntyre for the United States Championship. So, first of all, thoughts on how they've built up for this, premium live event straight after Mania. They've had, 2, maybe 3 weeks at a push?
Yeah, to be honest, I think they kind of rushed it.
I mean, I'm having those same thoughts as well, just purely because it's like, okay, the build-up between the road to WrestleMania and Mania is 4 months, and now you've given us less than a month to recover from Mania to go straight into Backlash. But what's even worse is we've got 2 weeks after that, and then it's Saturday night main event. So it's kind of like, I get you're a fucking big-ass wrestling company, but can you at least spread it out a little bit? Because then straight after that, you've got, I think it's Money in the Bank, or I don't even know which pay-per-view's next after that. Is it Money in the Bank?
I thought it was SummerSlam.
SummerSlam is in August. But You've got another pay-per-view in between that. Then you've got the 40th anniversary of Saturday Night Main Event. Then you've got SummerSlam. It's like, how much do you want to put on us? Like, I don't mind. If it was decent times, I couldn't give a shit. But the amount of nights I'm now going to have to stay awake to watch everything until like 3, 4 a.m., it's going to kill me. But going back on topic for the Backlash predictions. Yeah, Backlash. Well done, Connor. You actually do have a good memory. First on the list, John Cena versus what's his face? Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Really good picture, by the way.
Yes, I wonder where we got them from. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jacob, for the awesome visuals for tonight's presentation. Normally, I would take care of them, but this time I had way too much going on. I was like, Brother, any chance you fancy taking on one of my jobs this time?
Yeah.
But no, honestly, really appreciate the visuals, my man. Orton versus Cena. Who you got?
I would have gone with John Cena if he wouldn't have gone a little too far with his heel turn. But I'd have to go with Randy Orton just to piss off John Cena.
I mean, here's the thing. These two have known each other, coming up 25 years.
Yeah.
That's a quarter of a century. That's older than me.
That's older than me. Actually, that's younger than me, actually.
I'm going to say, 21 in 2.5 weeks. These lot have been going on before I was either a conception in my dad's sack. But is he right? I'm going to say this about John Cena. Right, remember, brother, composure. So I'm going to say this about Cena. Fair play, he's got 17 title reigns.
Mm-hmm.
But we all know that Rick's got 21. Is it 21 or 25 at this point? One of them two. It depends who you ask at the time. Right. And he said he's going to be the, and I quote, last real WWE champion. So, bearing that in mind, I've got to go Cena. But then again, if we get 2009, 2010 Randy Orton, I'm going with Orton. It's one of them where it's like, these two have faced off countless times over the 25 years. So, anything could happen. Everything will happen. But if I'm going to put a number on it, I've got to say Randy Orton. Just purely because, well, Cena doesn't need that title. Cena's retiring anyway. They're going to have to find someone to get rid of him first.
And who better to do it than the Legend Killer himself?
Legit, like, if Randy gets number 15, is it 15 now?
Yeah, 15. He's up to 14 right now.
If he wins 15 at Backlash, right, Cena's pissed off to fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cena's pissed off to fuck. And that's 15 against 17. Orton takes it. Give it, 2 years? Orton takes number 18.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, once Cena buggers off probably back to Hollywood filming another movie, knowing his reputation, they're going to have to try and find someone to take over Cena's place. And who better than the man he's been feuding with for the past 25 years, Randy Orton.
Yep.
So based on that theory, I've got to go Orton. So I'm actually going to write these down in the private chat as well, just so I can actually remember. So I can be like, yay, I got more right than you. You know, bragging rights and all that lot. Actually, that's a brilliant pay-per-view that they should bring back.
I was actually at the last bragging rights they ever had.
When was the last? I don't even.
2010.
Has it seriously been 15 years?
Yep.
Damn, time flies. Although saying that, Eddie Guerrero is nearly 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
20 years this year. How time flies in this business.
And it makes me feel freaking old.
Brother, it makes you feel old. I'm 21, I'm feeling old when I'm like, oh yeah, 20 years. Oh yeah, 25 years. Oh wait, I wasn't even born then. Makes me feel young and like old at the same time. It's like these guys have been fighting longer than I've been alive. Now that's storytelling. But the next match on the list is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Again, graphic brought to you by Jacob Noblitt. Thank you very much.
No problem.
We've got Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch, Women's IC title. See, now this is a really interesting one for me. Really, really interesting. Because I'm like, Lyra should keep it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm kind of like, Becky, heel turn, married to Rollins, who did a heel turn, who's with Heyman, who's with Braun Breaker, who did a heel turn. Hear me out. This is just theory. Okay. Becky beats the living shit out of Lyra. Wins the title. Raw after Backlash joins up with Breaker, Heyman, and Rollins.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Rollins lost to Jey Uso, so he has no title.
True, which is why they bring Becky in, so they've at least got someone with a title.
Yeah, somebody that has more balls than all those guys in that group.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But for my prediction, I have got to go Becky. Who you got then, Jacob? Who you got?
I'd like to say Becky Lynch, but Lyra Valkyria is the future of the business.
Future. I mean, she's definitely got a future. Whether she's the future of the business, I don't personally agree. Purely because if that was the case, then she would have had the tag titles and the IC title and done the double champ longer than, what, 2 days?
Yeah, 48 hours.
Yeah, legit. Like, between 24 and 48. I'm not going to try and do the maths. It's way too late for me to try and do anything, really. But if she was going to be, like, she's definitely got talent. I'll agree with that. She's definitely got something. But do I think she's the future of the business? Not right now. Could she work her way up? Yeah. Is she going to be one of the top stars in the women's industry? Yeah. But do I think she's got it now? Give it maybe a year, 18 months. Then she's probably going to be top of the industry. But right now, I don't see it happening. So, based on that, I've got to go Becky again. So, who you got? Lyra?
Lyra.
You've got Lyra. Okay. Connor, Becky, Jacob, Lyra. Okay, so I think we all know the answer to this next match, but as per rules and regulations of this wonderful series, we have to still talk about the possible predictions. Gunther versus Pat. I think we all know where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all know what's going to happen, but we've kind of got to talk about it anyway.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
I'm going Gunther. Like, here's my theory. Again, here's my theory. I'm going Gunther because if Pat wins, they've fucked up Gunther massively. They just seriously have. Like, if Pat gets the win, then what the fuck does Pat do with that? Like, where are you going to take Pat?
But I heard an interesting rumor though.
Go for it.
I heard Scott Steiner is going to be in Pat McAfee's corner.
Funnily enough, I have seen that post, and it is actually confirmed by WWE. They are confirmed at the early hours of this morning that Scott Steiner is going to be in Pat's corner for his match against Gunther. So, does Scott have anything to do with it? Probably not, because they've just made it a standard match. They've not made it an DQ. They've not made it a full count anywhere. They've not made it no holds barred. It's just a standard one-on-one, you versus you, fight each other. Who wins? That is literally, it's going to be that. If it was an ODQ, then I'd probably go Pat.
Yeah, because Scott Steiner would completely destroy Gunther.
Scott Steiner would destroy anyone. With or without steroids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can tell the guy's still on steroids just looking by his physique. But, unfortunately, it's not an ODQ, so it's literally you versus you, not you versus you and you.
They should make it a street fight. A St. Louis street fight.
See, that would have made more sense to have it. I wouldn't exactly say street fight because they did that at Mania, but like something with a stipulation, like a table match. Although, to be fair, Pat trying to pick Gunther up and put him through a table, no.
I quit, Matt.
See, you're on to something there. I'd say either a I Quit match, no holds barred, or bring something back that we haven't seen for a while. A
First blood.
First blood. Yep, we were thinking the exact same thing. First blood match.
Mm-hmm. They haven't had those since 90s.
Hang on. I'm gonna go on to Google. Google, you are my friend. You will help me during this. Google. When was the last first blood match in WWE? If you want to load, would you please? Brother, technology is not helping me in the slightest today. First of all, we had mic and headset issues. Now Google doesn't even want to load for me. Okay. The last match was One Night Stand. John Cena versus JBL, 2008.
So it's been, what, almost 15 years?
According to this, it's been 17.
Yeah, so they need to bring that back.
Yeah, because apparently that's when they stopped blood. In 2008. But how many times have we seen a motherfucker bleed since 2008?
When Jimmy Uso got the you-know-what beat the bed out of him by Gunther.
Yep.
So,
I mean, shit, if you want to see blood, just see a fucking John Moxley match. That's all I've got to say. Motherfucker will make his entrance covered in blood. Like, yep, standard.
Yeah.
But, for Pat versus Gunther, I've got to go Gunther.
I'm going to go with Pat McAfee just to throw the monkey wrench in there. But I would be laughing my ass off if Pat McAfee made Gunther tap out like Jey Uso made Gunther tap out at Mania.
I mean, now I just want to see that happen.
That would be funny as hell, wouldn't it?
Or does Michael Cole get involved and make Gunther tap out?
I don't think Michael Cole wants anything to do with Gunther.
I mean, see, here's the thing. They've, lifted his suspension.
For now.
Just to do this match. Are they going to put him back under suspension after Backlash? Now, there's a thought.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Speaking of thoughts, what are your thoughts on Dominic Mysterio against Penta for the Intercontinental Championship?
Penta. Hands down, Penta.
See, I want to go Penta. I really do want to go Penta. But here's the but. I kind of want to see where Dom takes the IC title.
The prison.
I kind of want to see what he can do with it. Prison. Oh, brother. I forgot about that little 5-second vignette in prison. Brother.
He hasn't been in prison. If he's been in prison, I'm the Queen of England.
Oh. You sitting there with your crown going, "Good day, sir. Would you like a cup of tea?" Oh, Arthur, be a gem and pop the kettle on for us. Oh, God. And we say we're professional while we're doing this. Yeah, I'll agree with that. So you're going with Penta?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, he's been on a winning streak since he got here his winning streak for singles.
Yep.
He's won every single match. From the
Mm-hmm.
debut, was it the Netflix debut or was it the week after Netflix? Either or.
Netflix. He premiered on Netflix.
So he's had what, like 7, 8 matches now?
Yes.
He's won every single one. Fair enough. He lost the Fatal 4-Way, but he's got a 25% chance of winning. Against Bron Breaker's 129.2% chance, I think he said at Mania. So with that being said, I've got to go Penta as well. Like, he's won every single singles match.
Mm-hmm.
If Judgment Day don't get involved, Penta. If Judgment Day do get involved, Penta. Like, the guy's been on a roll. Do you know what I mean? Just look at his accolades from AAA, Lucha Libre, all of the shit he's done for the past, 15 years minimum. And then all the tag team stuff he did with Ray, Phoenix, we're on about here, not Mysterio, before everyone else gets confused. There is 2 Rays in WWE now.
Mm-hmm.
Again, yeah, I've got to go Penta. Like, that's really all I can say. Like, the guy's been on a roll. The guy's done everything. He's now made it to WWE. And if he takes the IC title, then he's going to have a very, very good run. As well as, who knows, he drops the IC title, works his way up to the World Championship or the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight title. I mean, yeah. So with that, I've got to go with Penta. And I think you're doing the same as well, if I remember right.
Yep, Penta all the way.
So we're both on Penta.
He's gonna give Mysterio a beating that he always wanted.
Yeah, Dom does require another arse kicking again.
Mm-hmm. This one, hopefully, it'll stick. If you know what I mean.
Hopefully. I mean, here's the thing. If Dom loses the title, I want to see him get kicked out of Judgment Day.
I think that's what's going to happen. So I think Finn Balor has something planned.
Finn's always got something planned. Finn's got a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, all the way to plan Z.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He's always had a plan for everything. But both of us, Penta, I think, to be fair, the only 2 differences we've had is you've got Lyra and Pat. So, who knows? One of us could get more right than the other. But, final match on the card. The Fatal 4-Way. Damian Priest, LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, and Drew McIntyre. Fatal 4-Way, US title. I've got to go. Well, I'll go when this graphic gets removed. Thank you. Technology. Lovely stuff. I've got to go Jacob. I really have. I've got this vision that he's doing with the US title and trying to do what others haven't. Like, the guy's 300 plus pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Moves like he's 170, 180. He's a freak. He's strong as fuck.
He's the Samoan werewolf. What do you expect?
He does a pop-up Samoan drop that's probably going to wind the fuck out of everyone. The guy does a double jumping moonsault off the top rope, for God's sake. Like, how do you compete against that?
You don't. You just cry for your mommy.
I mean, the only way I see Jacob losing this is if Knight, McIntyre, and Priest work together to get rid of him first, then smack the shit out of each other. But honestly, see, this is the way that I think it's going to happen. Right, this is the way that I think it's going to happen. You've got LA Knight and Jacob Fatu that can't fucking stand each other. Then you've got Priest and McIntyre that really hate each other.
Especially after WrestleMania.
I mean, Drew and Priest hate each other more than Drew hates Punk.
That's true.
I didn't think that was possible. I really didn't think that was possible. So, how I think it's going to work is Knight and Fatu do a one-on-one, kind of, and Priest and McIntyre go one-on-one. And then whoever the two standing out of that go up against each other. And then the other two run back in, and it's just, okay, we're going to smack the shit out of each other and we're going to make it look good. That's how I think it's going to happen. But if I'm going to put a prediction, I'm going with Fatu.
Same here. Jacob Fatu all the way.
Okay. So we're both agreeing on this one again because it's Jacob. How can you not lose against Jacob? Do you know what I mean? 330, over 6 feet tall, moves like he's 170, 180, double jumping moonsault off the top rope at 300 plus pounds. Like, what the fuck? When was the last time we saw that?
While Big Show? No, Big Show wasn't that agile.
Only thing I can think of, and the only thing I can think of for someone that's been this agile in a long time is either is it Ivar from the War Raiders, the big fat one? Him and Keith Lee. Those are the only two that I know that can do that sort of shit.
Ryback was pretty agile.
Ryback was pretty stiff. Listen, if WWE can't talk about Vince McMahon, we can't talk about Ryback. He was stiff. Although, to be fair, he did give CM Punk what he deserved. So, I'll give him that one. But, no, I've got to go with Fatu 100%. Like, if they play numbers game, then they're smart. If they don't, then they're stupid. They're going to get run over. He's a brick shit house. He ain't going to stop. And he's going to retain the title. And I think, if I'm correct, that's all of the matches. So, just to recap. Cena versus Orton. I've got Orton. Jacob's got Orton. Becky versus Lyra. I've got Becky. You've got Lyra. Gunther versus Pat. I've got Gunther. You've got Pat. Penta versus Dom. We've both got Penta. I think it's pretty obvious.
Yep.
And the Fatal 4-Way, again, pretty obvious. We've both got Fatu. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, that is our predictions for WWE Backlash. Don't forget to check out Mayhem Media on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble, as well as the website at www.mayhemmediaproductions.com, as well as the storefront www.bonfire.com/store/Mayhem Media shop, where you can find all sorts of Mayhem Media merchandise. Jacob, It's been a pleasure. Again, we'll have to do this in like 2 weeks for Saturday night's main event. Thank you, WWE, for giving us more work. We love you.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one and only. He's the Wolfman. Peace.